Good morning, everyone. Well, two of you or one of you, I don't know how many are out there, but um, after a couple of problems this morning, finally managed to get here on YouTube Live. Some very important information to reveal this morning. But first, as I was doing this, I saw that uh, a lady named Kate Peter, who was sued by a uh, YouTube celebrity, I guess, has won her case. His case was thrown out. Since his case was basically only made uh, with the intent of silencing her and stopping her and others from criticizing his wacky ideas and crazy behavior. It's a good thing for free speech, good thing for everybody that it got tossed out of court. Although I understand one reason, partly why it ended up getting tossed, is some of the 7 mental midgets he went to court with were causing a stink in the courtroom, metaphorically speaking. I hope. Um, and he just couldn't focus on the issues at hand, or the issues he was trying to raise was all over the board from what I'm seeing. And it just got tossed, and rightfully so. Anyhow, that's minute and 30 seconds wasted on stuff that I actually didn't come to talk about. What I did want to talk about was just something weird. I may have been abducted by aliens in my sleep last night. Yeah. I don't know what other explanation there could possibly be, and I have 2 pieces of evidence for it, maybe even 3. So I watched the NCIS premiere episodes last night. They were okay. The crossover between NCIS, the original, and NCIS Hawaii. They started that crossover end of last season, continued into this season. Resolved a couple of plot lines. A couple of interesting twists as well, but nothing that was set up last season went in any unexpected directions. Like was Parker's ex-wife trying to betray him. That turned out pretty much as I had expected it would. But then I went to bed. I went to bed at, for me, it was a reasonable hour, 12:30 a.m. So I was probably asleep by about 1, I would guess. Woke up at 5:30 because one of my cats was being irritating. Gave them some food, went back to bed. Woke up again, and then went to program my sleep, because I've been using an app on this wonderful thing to keep track of my sleep. I resisted getting one of these for a long time. In fact, I was just getting cell phones, period, because I didn't need people to call me when I was out and about, and I certainly didn't need to call people when I was out and about. So I resisted getting a cell phone until about 2004. Maybe it was 3, but somewhere in there, I finally broke down and got one because I needed it for a couple of jobs I was doing. And it just, well, I didn't need it. It just seemed practical. Went through several flip phones. This was my last one. It's a Somnix, completely indestructible. I love this thing. I could probably have lit it on fire and it still would have worked afterwards. But it stopped working because, march of technology. And so I finally broke down, got one of these. And then because my one of my main colleagues at work one day showed me how useful these smartwatch things are, I got one of those. So I've been using various things on the phones to keep track of sleep patterns and diet and exercise habits and so on and so forth. It's basically a toy, kind of like this is a toy. Entertains me, but it's also practical. Now back to this morning. So I get up, fact, this tells me when I woke up the second time this morning. At 6:06 a.m. is when I woke up. So I wake up, putter around a bit. Notice that the cat, I'm assuming it's the girl cat, since she's well, it could be the boy cat. Anyhow, one of them likes to cover their water with, goes into a cupboard I have, opens the door, goes in the cupboard, pulls out a washcloth, and then drags it onto the water bowl that's in the bedroom, and covers it. It does this about, I don't know, once a week. Today, he or she, I think it's probably, like I said, I think it's probably the girl, had covered both water bowls with washcloths. So, place the water, put the washcloths away, then put on coffee, then finally get around to looking at my phone, say, oh, I better, register my sleep. So look at the phone, and it's already taken place. Even though I usually go in and I go, record sleep. Typically have to do a minor adjustment, manual adjustment, because it's usually about half an hour off. It sort of starts count when I guess when I actually stop moving around to go to bed or something. But anyhow, it was already registered, which was very weird. And all it registered was the second bout of sleep that I had, which was from 6:06 a.m. until 7:38 a.m. And just, well, hey, be a real YouTuber here. Hold up my cell phone. See. There it is. And if you couldn't see it, well, I doubt you could see it, but yeah. So yeah, me sleeping from about 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. is just nowhere to be found. It's not logged. Right here, all there is. Let's see if this can be done. So I'm still experimenting with this and learning how to do this. Yeah, that's impossible to see, but there it is. There's the 1 hour and 32 minutes, and the rest of it is just not there. So, okay, some weird technical glitch. Oh, well, so I continue on with my morning, make my coffee. Oh, yep, made this morning. Creamy, buttery caramel. It's very nice stuff. It's from Barney's Tea and Coffee Company, or Coffee and Tea Company, whatever it's called. I have a review of this one in my Shades of Grey blog. There's a link on the front page. Just go click on it. You go read my coffee reviews. Yeah, self-plug. So, put on coffee, go to pour some creamer in it, and grab this out of the fridge. Again, very tasty stuff. Usually I go with creamers with no sugar in them, just because fat guys like me have to watch the old fat guys like me have to watch the whole pre-diabetes thing. So I'm trying to be good about sugar. But I pull this out. I go to pour it in my coffee. And this is what it is when I pour it. Well, here. So, see, it's really super thick and gross, and not exactly what creamer should look like. It's way too creamy, way too thick. So I don't quite know what happened to the creamer. I mean, I guess it's possible I could have absentmindedly left it next to the stove or something, and it therefore got screwed up. But no, I don't think so. And the rate I go through this stuff, it's not expired. I mean, I try to check on that too. There's no, but there's no expiration date I can see on the bottle. Anyhow, so I combine those three things. The mysterious, I had, no recording of me being in bed from 12:30, 1 a.m. through when I first woke up at about 5:36. The weirdness of not one, but two washcloths on the cat water bowls. And then the mystery of the overly thick creamer. And no, I did not try tasting it. I was disturbed enough by its thickness. I didn't want to risk it. And yeah, I dumped a otherwise very good cup of coffee. But I did make another one with non-sugared, I think it's chocolate caramel. I don't know. So double up on it's chocolate caramel. Double up on the caramel in the coffee this morning. But between the creamer, between the weirdness in the cat bowls, and the weirdness on the cell phone. Oh, and when I first planned on doing this live stream, this mysteriously disappeared. Because, I was going to show everybody the evidence. Oh, yes. Not that anyone can see it. Anyhow, I was going to show everybody the evidence. But the phone I couldn't find the phone anywhere. I tried calling it. It didn't work. Maybe because I have it on mute. I don't know if I do because I don't understand how the settings in this thing. But running around, cursing, couldn't find it. Tried using my old online where's my cell phone website when I lost this thing, which I would misplace quite often. It always rang. I always found it. Tried the site. Nothing happened. Like I said, it could have been silent on. This thing could be on silence. I don't know. Silent. I have no freaking idea. But then, after I'm done stomping around in the living room, looking for the phone, taking a brief moment to play with the cats because in the morning when I go into the living room, they think that it's time to play and they come and they want to play. And cats are creatures of habit. Yeah. So if you have a pattern, you want to stick with that pattern. So I played a little bit, come back into the office, and whoa, there's the phone next to the computer where presumably would have been the whole time, but it couldn't possibly have been because I would have seen it sitting right there. Okay, there was a kind of a piece of paper half covering it. But still, can I be that blind? Can I be that foolish? Well, no, of course not. I would have seen it because I was looking for it, right? And it didn't ring. Well, ultimately it did ring because I found this when I went to look up details on the phone. There's actually a thing in my Google account that even if the phone is on silent, you can make it ring. So I did that after I'd located it, though, just out of curiosity. And it worked, but still. So that's thing number 4. In an effort to stop me from coming on here and talking about alien abductions and the strange evidence that I have presented on this stream, they tried to take the phone. Now, why they didn't succeed, I can't say, but they must come in with their interdimensional travel technology, grabbed it, done something to it, but still failed to get rid of the evidence that there's only a tiny bit of sleep recorded, even though I was in bed from plenty of sleep last night, even though I looked like I didn't, but I always look like I haven't slept in 3 weeks. And allergies are also kicking my ass this morning, but that's neither here nor there. So that was it. Just kind of ranting. about was I abducted by aliens? Was it just some weird phone glitch? Did I perhaps, in my inability to actually fully use this piece of modern technological marvel, delete most of my sleep last night, and it only just recorded the hour and a half after I was woken up by the cats? Um, and did I leave the creamer next to the stove or something and I realized it? That's why it got all thick. Uh, well, possibly, but I'm going to go with the aliens because that makes me look less stupid, right? Right? Huh? Right? Okay. Anyhow, that's enough for this morning. It's about a quarter of an hour wasted or spent quality time. I don't know how I should look at this, but it is great news to hear that a idiotic lawsuit got tossed out. Uh, so I'm going to be looking forward to going to people's various YouTube channels later today, see what the reactions are to it. Well, if I'm able. I mean, for all I know, the aliens might come back and abduct me again. So, till next time, have a good day, good night, or whatever, and watch out for those aliens.